Call meeting number 7 to order tonight. This is the Village Board of Trustees, Village of Depew, June 10th, 2024, at 7:03. Pledge by Trustee Kraft.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Remain standing for a second. Within the chambers of our being resides a wellspring of untapped potential and a reservoir of strength that knows no bounds. May we, with unswerving resolve, recognize our capacity to create change, both within the tapestries of our personal lives and in the world beyond. Let empowerment become the anthem that propels us towards a brighter, more compassionate future. Thank you. Notification of fire exits.
The emergency exit is located to my left and to the rear of the room. In the event of an alarm or emergency, please move in an orderly fashion to the exits and evacuate the building.
Okay, roll call.
Trustee Hammernick.
Here.
Trustee Zimba.
Here.
Trustee Kraft.
Here.
Deputy Mayor Adolph.
Here.
And Mayor Peterson.
Here. First item tonight, approve the board meeting minutes from May 13th, 2024.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I'd like to make the following motion and move for its adoption, that we approve the board meeting minutes for May 13th, 2024.
I second the motion.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It's carried. Next up, approve the board meeting minutes from May 28th, 2024.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I make a motion that we approve the board meeting minutes from May 28th, 2024.
I second that motion.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And it's carried. Next item of business, accept zoning board meeting minutes from March 28th, 2024.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I make the motion that we accept the zoning board minutes from March 28th, 2024. Item number 1, application of James Seraphin on behalf of Seraphin Properties LLC for the property located at 4388 Broadway Street, Depew, New York, 14043 of Chapter 260, subsection 260-28, parentheses A, parentheses 2, requesting relief of 5 feet from the 10 feet interior property line requirement. Variance approved.
I second that motion.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And it's carried.
Item number 2, application of Tom Piccolo for the property located at 3160 Walden Avenue, Depew, New York, 14043 of Chapter 260, subsection 260-37, parentheses E, parentheses message center LED sign, parentheses 1. Requesting relief of message center LED sign requirement. That sign has to be freestanding. Requesting sign to be building mount sign. Variance approved.
I second that motion.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That's carried. Next item up tonight, approve the planning board meeting minutes from April 4th, 2024.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I'd like to make the following motion and move for its adoption, to approve the planning board meeting minutes from April 4th, 2024. Item 1, Lida Kazmi on behalf of 121 Auto Repair for the property located at 4854 Broadway Street, Depew, New York, 14043. The following matter to be reviewed. They are requesting the following. Requesting a special use permit to operate an automotive repair shop in a C2 zone as per Chapter 260, subsection 260-27, under the guidance of Chapter 260, subsection 260-33, parentheses N, denied.
I second the motion.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Next item up is accept the board meeting minutes from April 25th, 2024.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I make a motion, we accept the zoning board meeting minutes, April 25th, 2024. Number 1, Maloney Brumball for property located at 124 Harvard Avenue, Depew, New York, 14043 of Chapter 260, subsection 260-14, parentheses B, parentheses 1, parentheses H, to be allowed to construct a concrete driveway 8 feet past the allowed 5-foot projection in front of the principal dwelling, for a total of 13 feet in front of the principal dwelling. Approved.
I second the motion.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And that's carried. So on the agenda items only, anyone can comment on these following items. Later in the program, you'll be able to ask any question on any topic. Initially, though, we're talking about item number 1 is to approve the boys and girls portion of the race that comes through the village of Depew, their 46th annual 10K race on July 4th. Next resolution is permission for the Depew High School motorcade. I think this is something new this year, June 13, 2024, approximately 5 p.m. Looks like it's been authorized by PD, and fire will participate in the motorcade. Next item is accept the retirement of our DPW crew chief, Ron Huddam. How long has he worked here? Like 30?
30-plus years, yeah.
30-plus years. Yeah. Heck of a painter, amongst other skills he's got. Yeah. Permission to sign an agreement with the Rotella Grant Management Team. We're switching from O'Connell and Associates to Rotella this next year here. And next resolution is permission for the village to use Fireman's Park and these various bands that are coming for the summer concert series. That's that resolution. Next resolution is appoint summer rec seasonal position. We have, I had to look at it, looks like probably about 20, 25 people perhaps. It's cashiers, park attendants, and majority of them are lifeguards for our pools. It looks like you did pretty well with the lifeguards. Good,
Everyone would.
nice job. Next resolution is a seeker agreement at 90 Gould, which is Fireman's Park. This is for some improvements that we're doing for a piece of equipment we're purchasing for the ice rink and for backstops, should be backstops, no problem.
Scrivener's error.
Scrivener's error, right, Sam? On the 2 Little League diamonds. This is the seeker.
Sounds like a Scribner's error.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was.
That's Scribner.
Yep,
Baseball back.
backdrops, backstops.
Oh, geez.
It's okay. Next resolution, permission for the various food trucks at the summer events in the village of Depew. They need to be permitted through our building and code area and inspected by them or our fire chief. These are for summer concert series, the Founder's Day celebration. Next resolution, appoint part-time seasonal in DPW. We did a couple of weeks ago 2 of the 4. Today is the other 2 individuals. Have they worked for us before?
Some yes, some no.
Yeah. Next resolution is various permissions for Depew Fire Department to take engines to different courses and different communities. Let's see what else we have. Permission for all fire apparatus to participate in the Depew High School motorcade. Permission for Depew Fire Department request to use the pavilion at Northside Fire Station. 112 Brewster for a graduation party. Request for ladder 5 and engine 6 to attend department morning drills at the Fire Academy in Cheektowaga. Then engine 2, 4, and 7 to attend department evening drill at Town Line Fire Department. Permission also then is granted for Engine 1 or Ladder 5 to assist fire police with traffic control the morning of Thursday, July 4th for the Boys and Girls Club race that we talked about. And then participating in the parade is Engine 2, Engine 4, Antique 41, and Car 9. And also, Engine 3 and 6 to stand by for the Village of Lancaster's fireworks show later that day. So we've gone through the agenda items. If anybody would like to make a comment or ask a question, please step to the microphone, state your name and address, and ask away. We'll do our best. Yes, sir.
Just a question I
Paul?
have. Paul Sprata, 58 Argus Drive,
Thank you.
Depew. You mentioned summer concert series, and you mentioned Fireman's Park. Are they going to be at Veterans Park?
Yeah, did I have a Scribner voice error? It's in Veterans Park.
Veterans Park,
We're not
okay.
changing.
Okay,
Yeah. Thank you for
all right.
pointing that.
I just wanted to make sure.
Yep,
Thank you.
It says Veterans Park.
Veterans.
Yeah, it was just a miss.
There's no Scribner's error. It's a
misspoke.
misspoke. Someone misspoke. I don't know what's worse.
No, they,
Thanks, Paul.
You're welcome. On that same thing, there's no more listing of what the concerts are on, like the public table out here outside the doorway.
Okay.
If we could get some more.
Yep.
I had a couple people asking that.
They asked you, huh?
Yeah.
He's like the mayor.
They must be.
Sergeant of Arms.
Yeah.
3 years, I'll be done, Paul. Huh? All right. Anything else? Nothing from Dave? Okay. Anybody on this side? Are you guys here for credit? All right, see us afterwards, we'll sign off on it. All right. Let's get into it then. Resolution number 1, permission for the 10K race on July 4th.
Honorable Mayor, Board of Trustees, I make the following resolution. Move for its adoption. Whereas the Depew Lancaster Boys and Girls Club requested permission to hold their 46th annual 10K race on Thursday, July 4th, 2024, starting at 8 a.m. Be it resolved, the race is approved and will follow the same route as previous years. The race will last about an hour and a half.
I second the motion.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? And that's carried. Resolution number 2, permission for the Depew High School motorcade on June 24th. I'm sorry, June 13th, 2024.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I'd like to make the following motion and move for its adoption. Whereas the Depew High School Student Senate had made application for a motorcade escort for Thursday, June 13th, 2024 at approximately 5 p.m., and whereas said motorcade route and traffic enforcement has been authorized by the Police Department and the Depew Fire Department will participate in the motorcade, now therefore be it resolved that permission is granted to the Depew High School Senate to hold the above-mentioned motorcade on Thursday, June 24th, 2024.
I second that motion.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed?
But that didn't make sense, right?
Those dates don't work out.
What's that?
They made application for June 13th at 5 p.m. and then we
that's probably a Scribner's error.
will hold it on the 24th.
That's why I got confused.
Not sure which one we're going
All
with.
right, let's look at the calendar. I think it's the later one.
Thursday,
24th isn't a.
Thursday is the 13th. The 24th is a Tuesday.
Yeah, the motorcade is the 13th. That was just a Scribner's error.
2 of them.
No, the 13th is a Thursday.
So they will hold the above-mentioned motorcade on Thursday, June 13th, 2024.
24th is a Tuesday.
The chief is part of it, so he's confirming it as.
Yeah, it is Thursday the 13th.
Great.
This Thursday,
So
yep.
the first date is correct, it was just an error on the bottom.
Two Scribner errors. So did we have
So take your
a,
lashings later.
did everybody approve that?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Next item. Accept the retirement of one of our DPW crew chiefs.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I make the following motion and move for its adoption. Be it resolved, the retirement of Department of Public Works Crew Chief Ron Hodum, effective Friday, June 14th, 2024, is accepted.
I second the motion.
Need a roll call vote, please.
Trustee Hammernick.
Yes.
Trustee Zimba.
Yes.
Trustee Kraft.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Adolph.
Yes.
Mayor Peterson.
Yes.
And that's carried.
Oh, I thought I could see it here. Well, I know Debbie put in a nice little thing this morning for Ron. And
He's gonna be missed. He's gonna
Yeah,
be missed. He's very, very valuable and very knowledgeable on what goes on. So
Yeah.
he'll be missed.
Yeah, it's one of those things that as Ken starts to look and his crew chiefs start to look for new employees, it's more than picking up brush and weed whacking. Okay, so they look for certain skill sets that are valuable to what we do here in the village, or what they do for the village, I should say. So this was from Debbie, who's the assistant out there, helps keep that place running. As some of you may know, this week, Ron Hodum's last week is here on, after 30 years of working for the village of Depew. He's retiring. His last day is Friday, the 14th. He's been a tremendous asset to not only our department, but to the whole village. Always willing to help, easy to work with, knowledgeable, just a wonderful co-worker that will be greatly missed. We're sad to see him go, but happy that he can now enjoy retirement. If you happen to see this guy during the week, pass along the kudos. So, really nice guy. So that passed. All right. Next resolution, permission to sign an agreement with our new grant writing team from Rotella.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, make the following resolution and move for its adoption. Be it resolved, Mayor Kevin J. Peterson is authorized to sign the Rotella Grant Management Agreement.
I'll second the motion.
Need a roll call vote, please?
Trustee Hammernick.
Yes.
Trustee Zimba.
Yes.
Trustee Kraft.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Adolph.
Yes.
Mayor Peterson.
Yes.
And that's carried.
Next resolution tonight, permission for the Veterans Park Summer Concert Series.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I'd like to make the following motion and move for its adoption. Permission is hereby granted to the Yacht Fathers to use Veterans Park gazebo for their concerts on Thursday, June 20th, 2024 at 7 p.m. And permission is hereby granted to Captain Tom and the Hooligan to use Veterans Park gazebo for their concert on Thursday, June 27th, 2024 at 7 p.m. And permission is hereby granted to Tequila Sunrise to use Veterans Park gazebo for their concert on Thursday, July 11th, 2024 at 7 p.m. And permission is hereby granted to Double Shot to use Veterans Park gazebo for their concert on Thursday, July 18th, 2024 at 7 p.m. And permission is hereby granted to the Carnival Kids Steel Orchestra to use Veterans Park gazebo for their concert on Thursday, July 25th, 2024 at 7 p.m. And permission is hereby granted to the Lancaster Town Band to use Veterans Park gazebo for their concert on Thursday, August 1st, 2024 at 7 p.m. And permission is hereby granted to Terry Buckwald to use Veterans Park gazebo for their concert on Thursday, August 8th, 2024 at 7 p.m. And permission is hereby granted to Barnstorm Country Band to use Veterans Park gazebo for their concert on Thursday, August 15th, 2024 at 7 p.m. Permission is also granted for the use of electric power and use of restrooms at South Side Fire Hall.
I second the motion.
Okay, before we take a vote, just one thing, this is not a Scribner's error, it's just that we've changed the Founder's Day program a little bit. So it'll start on Thursday, the 18th, and Double Shot will be in the event trailer on Terrace Boulevard instead of the gazebo. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That's carried. Okay, next Next up is appoint summer recreational seasonal workers pursuant to Section 4-400 of Village Law.
I guess.
Another Scribner's error. Boy, this is just loaded today. Deputy Mayor Adolph. No,
Do you want me to I can make the recommendation.
I'll take care of it. I, Kevin Peterson, do hereby appoint the following for seasonal summer employment to our Recreation Department. And the list is, I took account, is 28 different young people, 22 lifeguards, 4 cashiers, and 2 park attendants. I need a roll call vote, please.
Trustee Hammernick.
Yes.
Trustee Zimba.
Yes.
Trustee Kraft.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Adolph.
Yes.
Mayor Peterson.
Yes.
That's carried.
So Fireman's Park is changing in nature. We've had this discussion with our rec director. I think a lot, as we move forward with the improvements there, the staffing has to change a little bit because the park is being used so much. I think it's important that most times, if somebody's using our park system there, can look up and see somebody in an appropriate shirt that says rec department staff. And especially with the new pavilion being used, I'm just going to get on a soapbox for a little bit. We had an issue last week with some young kids in the bathrooms, and, we can't see but just a hallway through the camera system, and so, I could tell they were younger kids. They were probably 7, 8, 9-year-olds. And, so there was some mischievous going on with water, and luckily there's nothing done to the walls or any of the fixtures and so forth. We spent a lot of money, there was a lot of effort they put into that, so we don't want to really have to turn the bathrooms off, since that was the whole idea of putting in new bathrooms, is that you could, actually use a toilet or a urinal instead of some other primitive method of going to the bathroom. So we adjusted the times a little bit. Regina adjusted the times a little bit, trying to take into consideration when there'll be most people in the park, so that there is bathroom facilities, but we really don't want to have to do anything about, closing them down and all. So if you happen to be out there and, stop by and being the adult that you might be, just pass along that they shouldn't be doing anything. Respect that property. Okay. Next resolution is for seeker, which is in our it's called 90 Gould, which is Fireman's Park. These are a requirement that we had to do for some of the money that we're getting from our legislator. And that includes for the ice rink compressor, for the ice rink, and 2 backstops. I'll take that motion.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I make the following motion and move for its adoption. Whereas the Board of Trustees of the Village of Depew, hereinafter Board, having duly considered the Fireman's Park baseball backstops and compressor for the ice rink located at 90 Gould Avenue, Fireman's Park, Depew, New York, hereinafter the project, and that such proposed action may possibly be considered to have an effect on the environment. And whereas the board, by operation of law, is the lead agency authorized to perform a review under the State Environmental Quality Review Act, hereinafter CRA, pursuant to Article 8 of the Environmental Conservation Law, and undertook an uncoordinated review and enlisted the services of appropriate consultants, specifically the Village of Depew engineer, David Britton, P.E., to study and analyze the proposed action and provide professional opinions as to the classification of the nature of the proposed action and purposes of the CRA. And whereas a comprehensive review of the proposed project has been completed and it has been determined that the project is an unlisted action for purposes of the CRA. And whereas a short environmental assessment form, SEAF, was reviewed, discussed, and completed by the Village of Depew engineer, David Britton, P.E., on or about June 3rd, 2024, under which the Village of Depew engineer, David Britton, P.E., reviewed the criteria and determined the significance of the project, including the proposed action, its location, its purpose, and its potential impacts on the environment, and issued the recommendation for the project be determined to be an unlisted action for purposes of the seeker. Now therefore be it resolved that as an unlisted action under the seeker, the project has been found to categorically not have significant adverse impact on the environment, and no further review under the seeker is required. And it is further resolved that the board issues a negative declaration in connection with the seeker review of this project. And it is further resolved that based upon the consideration and completion of the SEAF process, the board determined that based upon the classification and negative declaration noted above, no further action is required by the board to comply with the seeker.
I second the motion.
Need a roll call vote, please?
Trustee Hammernick.
Yes.
Trustee Zimba.
Yes.
Trustee Kraft.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Edo.
Yes.
Mayor Peterson.
Yes.
And that's carried.
Next resolution, permission for various food trucks at summer events in the Village of Depew.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I make the following resolution and move for its adoption. Whereas permission is hereby granted to the Village of Depew licensed food trucks to operate at the events at Fireman's Park, the Village of Depew Founder's Day Celebration, and Summer Concert Series at Veterans Park.
I second the motion.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That's carried. Okay, I got this next one here, Deputy Mayor. Okay. Appoint part-time seasonal DPW pursuant to Section 4-400 of the Village Law. I, Mayor Kevin Peterson, do hereby appoint Aiden Mandel and Ben Samuel to the position of seasonal laborer part-time at the Department of Public Works. I need a roll call vote, please.
Trustee Hammernick.
Yes.
Trustee Zimba.
Yes.
Trustee Kraft.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Edo.
Yes.
Mayor Peterson. That's carried.
13 weeks they work, right, Ken? Pretty sure it's 13.
Hours. More than
Is it hours? I think it's roughly about 12 or 13 weeks, but they really, kids in the past have worked very hard, so usually a good selection. Next resolution, permission, various permissions for the Depew Fire Department.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I make the following motion and move for its adoption. Permission is hereby granted to the Depew Fire Department's engine to attend an IFO state course at the Tonawanda Training Facility located on Fire Tower Road in the town of Tonawanda on Thursday, June 20th from 6 p.m. until 10 p.m. And permission is hereby granted to the Depew Fire Department's request for all fire department apparatus to participate in the Depew High School 2024 motorcade starting at 5 p.m. on Thursday, June 13th. And permission is hereby granted to the Depew Fire Department's request to use the pavilion at the North Side Fire Station located at 112 Brewster Street for a member graduation party on Saturday, June 29th, 2024 from 12 p.m. until 9 p.m. And permission is hereby granted to the Depew Fire Department's request for Ladder 5 and Engine 6 to attend department morning drill at the Fire Academy in the town of Cheektowaga on Tuesday, June 25th from 9 a.m. till 11 a.m. Then Engine 2, Engine 4, and Rescue 7 to attend the department evening drill at Town Line Fire Department in the town of Lancaster on Tuesday, June 25th from 7 p.m. until 9 p.m. And permission is hereby granted to the Depew Fire Department's request for Engine 1 and Ladder 5 to assist fire police with traffic control on the morning of Thursday, July 4th for the Boys and Girls Club annual race from 8 a.m. till 11 a.m. Then for Engine 2, Engine 4, Antique 41, and Car 9 to participate in the July 4th parade in the village of Lancaster from 12 p.m. till 2 p.m. Then for Engine 3 and Engine 6 to stand by at the village of Lancaster DPW for fireworks on July 4th from 7 p.m. till 9 p.m. 11 p.m.
I second the motion.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That's carried. All right. Okay, we've received employment applications the last couple of weeks for DPW, Ben Samuel, Aiden Mandel, Joseph Gajos. For Rec, Brady Meyer, Louisa Pick, Benjamin Whippick, Michael Steffens. For Police, Patricia Kraftcheck. And for Building, Brian Muslak. Department head reports, please. Oh, you didn't have somebody for this? Okay.
You got me.
You got it?
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I make a motion that we accept the public department head reports for May 2024, police.
I second the motion.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That's carried. Unfinished and other business, there's none. And before we get on to public concerns and comments, we're going to open the floor to our department heads and to our visiting guest. Elizabeth Brinkhoff, how are you today? From Assembly Member Monica Wallace is on us. How's things going in Alden?
It is going, Mayor.
Good, okay.
It's always something, let me tell you. Thank you, as always, Mayor and trustees, for allowing me a few moments of your time here. My name is Elizabeth, and I'm Chief of Staff for New York State Assembly Member Monica Wallace. It's been a pretty busy couple of weeks here, lots of bills moving in the Assembly. We were pleased to announce that Assemblymember Wallace's ERPO bill, 7717, ERPO is Extreme Risk Protection Orders. We were made aware of some issues that officers were having in terms of serving out these risk protection orders when it comes to guns. So what it does is essentially takes the officer's name off of any civil lawsuits and puts the agency's name on it. So we're happy to report that it passed both the Assembly and the Senate. This was a bill that was pushed on behalf of local PBAs across the state of New York, as well as the investigators unit. So we're pleased to have their support in carrying this bill across the finish line. We're hopeful that in the coming months, the governor will sign the bill. Assemblymember Wallace and I had the pleasure of touring the Union East Elementary in Cheektowaga Central School District. We were invited to read a book to the children. We were hosted by librarian Betsy Ernst and Principal Melissa Mitchell. We got to read Grace Goes to Washington, and she became president, so we taught second graders the importance of elections and stuff. They got to vote whether they would like candy or, vegetables in class, so it was a good time getting their feedback and getting them excited about democracy. Assemblymember Wallace recently announced $500,000 for PUNT. This is a local nonprofit that does a lot of great work for children who are going through pediatric cancer and what happens to families as a result of that. So we're excited to help them establish a new branch of their nonprofit agency to help families who are grieving as a result of a grandpa passing away, a mom, dad, brother, sibling. So we're really hoping we can continue the good work that they're doing and provide supportive services. The member had several committees take place before session wrapped up on Saturday. Governmental Operations, Science and Technology, Transportation, Judiciary, Higher Education, Consumer Affairs and Protections. And she was very busy in Albany, so I don't have much else to report in terms of things that we've been busy in the district, but we have quite the summer calendar booked. I know we have Depew summer concerts listed, so we're looking forward to being in the district this summer.
Stopping out? You're coming out?
Yes, we're going to try and make it to a couple. We got Sloan and Lancaster keeping us busy as well with their concert series, so we're going to try and even it out.
Good.
But as always, if anyone has any questions, comments, or concerns, we are here.
Well, my phone rang the other day and it said Monica Wallace on it, so I knew I had to answer it. Mm-hmm. And anytime she's offering us money, I'm certainly going to listen. Yep. And she got another $10,000, which will go towards our events that we have in the village. Right now, we still have that huge check sitting inside there. We're still waiting on the real check, but we'll get it, I'm sure.
Yeah. If not, if you're having issues with that, let me know who I can bug.
Oh, well, yeah, we just haven't gotten it, so, but
Yeah.
I know you're good for it.
Yes, exactly.
And then Chief McNamara, you also got a call from Ms. Wallace?
I did. I was fortunate enough to receive a call last week where she is supplying us with $20,000,
Yes.
a burn grant, so that's fantastic.
Yeah, we're excited to work with the village as always, and it was nice speaking with you this morning. So looking forward to that partnership as always.
Thank you.
Yeah, those are, talking about money, I shared with her what the village got from the LETEC
Yes.
LETEC grant from the state. It was $303,000 to our police department for various IT products that would, and I sent her some information so that she was current on that. And as long as we're talking about money, Senator Kennedy, before he became Congressman Kennedy, also helped us out with $51,000. So
Good.
been some money coming.
Good.
Appreciate it. Keep it
Yes,
flowing.
absolutely. We're going to have a lot of big announcements this summer, so stay tuned. But we love supporting our local governments any way we can because you guys do such a good job providing services to residents. So we want to help you any way we can.
Thank you, Elizabeth.
Thank you.
All right, we'll go around the table here. DPW Superintendent back from vacation. Ken?
We got most of our work done at Fireman's Park. Our Milling and paving is gonna start July 8th. Most of the streets in our first round will be on the south side. We're started cutting the high grass areas to get those taken care of, and that's pretty much about it.
Okay. Kevin from Recreation.
We got everything in full swing going at the park. Our second softball league starts this Friday. You got volleyball, kickball going on right now. And floor hockey's still going on, but I had to suspend floor hockey because we just got our sport court in, and the guys are putting it in this week. So it should be all set to go next week with floor hockey. And I've reached out to the hockey teams in Western New York area to come in for practices and stuff to rent out the ice arena. That's about it.
Well, you've turned our ice rink into pretty much a 12-month
Yeah, it's
revenue source for the village, so very good. On the other side of the table, we got Don and Kate from building.
Yeah, so we put out a lot of violation letters, we're getting a lot of calls about tall grass and stuff and vacant properties. As you heard here tonight, they just hired summer help, so the letters that went out, if you have any properties next to you, the summer help will be reaching out to cut those and clean them shortly. As always, keep your grass cut and clean if you can, including fence lines, foundations, and gardens. Still have a plethora of unregistered vehicles out there, but we are hiring a part-time code enforcement officer to help out with certain needs, and we'll try to keep cleaning the village up as best we can.
We have some grand openings coming up. This week is Pam's Puddings and Pies, and then the two shops that are in the George Urban Business Park, is it?
You're talking about sofa?
The nail shop and the
Royal Nails
spa place?
in the boutique.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
those are next week.
Aladora's boutique.
Yeah,
Yeah, so.
good. All right, then we'll segue to our fire chief, Brian Musilak.
Good evening, everyone. Since our last board meeting, we've had 18 calls, and year-to-date, we're at 161. I'd just like to thank DPW and Superintendent Pick for their help with maintenance on our buildings. They've been a great help with that, and we've had some various minor jobs that have been needed to be taken care of at the fire station, so as always, we appreciate that greatly. And with that being said, Ron Hold'em, we're losing a great asset there. Definitely will be missed. Whoever's going to replace him has some big shoes to fill, that's for sure. Other than that, just a reminder that with warmer weather upon us, just use some common sense and some safety when it comes to grilling and having small campfires in your backyards, following the laws, of course, and fireworks season's coming upon us as well, so I can't tell you how many countless fires we've had over the years that were caused by careless use of fireworks or improperly disposed of used fireworks. So here again, just be safe out there, and hopefully you don't have to call us for anything. Thank you.
All right, other side of the table, Chief McNamara from our police department.
For the month of May, the police department responded to 1,213 complaints. 107 of those were criminal complaints and 1,106 were non-criminal. We had 3 stolen vehicles from the village. One was recovered, and that was recovered in the city of Buffalo. A total of 43 accidents, 3 injury, 40 property damage only accidents. And then we arrested 35 for criminal offenses, 35 subjects for criminal offenses, 24 were males and 11 females. 360 tickets issued for the month of May, and 17 parking tags.
Thank you. Now, Sam Alva, legal?
Sure. Welcome to our guests who are observing government working. That long environmental quality review thing is because of a law that says the village has to read through, or any municipality has to read through that entire thing and basically say our construction project's not going to do anything to the environment. There's another version when it will do something to the environment where you need different reports, but for that one, we have to read all that basically just to say this isn't going to impact the environment. So go to law school, you can do fun things like that. I don't have anything too much to report. No one sued us this week, which is great, knock wood, and hopefully it'll stay that way.
Okay. Trustee Hammernick? What do you got for us? Huh?
Nothing.
Nothing? You got a big check there about a week ago on Sunday from the Chick-fil-A people.
Yes,
For decaf?
$4,000 for our community center.
But again, yeah.
Yes, which was very, very nice. And we're hoping with a speculative date coming up,
All right.
pending certificate of occupation.
No pressure.
For the community center. No,
All right.
we're getting there.
Very good.
Yes, very excited about it.
Trustee Zimba?
We had our preparation meeting for the home hazardous waste event that the village will be hosting on July 13th, last week Thursday, attended by both chiefs and DPW, so we are ready. We got a plan in place. Residents, you have to log on to the website starting the 13th of June to make an appointment. If you want to drop anything off, batteries, paints, home hazardous waste materials. So you have to go to the county website, okay? Erie.gov/recycling. Make your appointment. They start taking the appointments, and then they'll tell you where it's going to be on the 13th of June, and then they'll send you a map of how to travel there, how it's going to work. Fair enough?
Darren,
Okay, thanks.
can you repeat the website?
www.erie.gov/recycling.
Thank you.
It's also in the one poster you gave us, right?
I have to post it.
Yep, it's on there, right?
Yes.
So if we reran that again,
It's on our
It's still
Facebook
there?
and the website, yep.
I'm supposed to get an updated flyer real soon.
okay. So if you go to our Facebook, that post is there, you could just use the QR code and not have to worry about the website. Trustee Kraft?
Nothing today.
Okay. Don't want to share anything about your family-friendly zone?
Oh, I was gonna wait till.
Well, let's start to build it up.
Build it up.
So, the past week or so, I've been gathering donations to go towards our family-friendly zone for Founder's Day. So far, Horizon Masonry Restoration, JDM Construction, and CS Baylor have been willing to donate, so we appreciate their help. And I still have a couple more people to reach out to, but it was a good start.
Yep.
All right. Good work. Deputy Mayor Adolph.
Nothing much this evening, just wanted to reiterate that next Thursday, June 20th, starts our summer concert series, The Yacht Fathers. We'll be there. Who knows how they'll enter, show up and find out, but it'll be a great showing. We came close to almost 2,000 people in the park last year to kick off our summer concert. So, spread the word. It'll be a great concert, and we look forward to having lots of people out there to help us start summer. So,
Okay. Regina?
We are still looking for vendors for Founder's Day. If you know of any craft vendors or different food vendors that may be looking to participate, have them reach out to me and we can get them going. And then to touch on the bathrooms, we did adjust the timing for when they are open. In the pavilion, they'll be open from 9 in the morning until about 2:30 in the afternoon, then reopen at 5:30 to 9 p.m.
Hopefully.
for right now, for the adjusted hours.
All right. Anybody have a comment? Question?
Audrey, how?
Audrey, something else?
I'd like to introduce my daughter that came from Michigan to attend our board meeting.
Please stand up.
I thought that was one of the high school students.
All right.
Nice.
Thanks for visiting.
Thank you.
Your mom is a wonderful person. She does a lot for this village.
Yeah.
All right, any questions or comments? Anything from our younger folks? Nothing?
Kind of your time.
Paul?
No.
Nothing? Dave? Nothing?
You answered all their questions already.
Mayor?
We'll be going into executive session. I don't know if you need anything, Sean? Okay. All right then. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Happy Father's Day to all our fathers, father, grandfather, godfathers and father figures.
Yeah.
Very good.
Anyone in the village? Thanks. Sorry to interrupt you.
Good catch. So claims and accounts, please.
Yes, the claims and accounts have been audited by the Finance Committee and are approved for payment as follows.
From the general fund, $297,854.36. Community development, 0. Sewer fund, $38,960.76. Capital projects, $95,804.13, for a total of $432,619.25.
I second that.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And that's carried. Now, if trustee Zimmer can take us into executive session.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I make a motion that we enter into executive session to discuss a labor matter at 7:50 PM.
I second the motion.
Yeah, we'll be discussing a labor matter in there, and we'll be back. All right, and we're back from executive session. Who's going to bring us out?
I'll bring it back.
Bring us back.
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I make a motion that we close executive session at 9:07. No decisions were made.
I second that motion.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That's carried. If we could have the adjournment and,
Honorable Mayor and Board of Trustees, I make a motion that we adjourn tonight's meeting at 9:08 PM.
I second the motion.
all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And that also is carried. Thank you, everyone.